Hello, and welcome to Spookytober. This is Doc Eon, with yet another video in very short order. What is this? You might wonder, have I gone insane? No, well, it's just that Warboss Tae announced his new challenge, you might say, Spookytoberfest. I'm going to put a link to his intro video below if you want to go watch it, see what this is all about. And I felt that, you know, I got my start making videos on YouTube by taking part in Tae's May Painting Challenge earlier this year. So I thought, yeah, I should be on board with this, especially considering Spookytober is much less organized, much less structured. It's simply a challenge to paint something spooky, something scary, something ghostly, and do it during the month of October. So I said to myself, sure, why not? And it struck me that I had the perfect project. What could be spookier than undead? See, I have the beginnings of an undead army for Kings of War by Mantic, but I have a number of sets that are unpainted that I haven't done anything with yet. So, what I'm planning to do is, during October, to slot these into my painting queue, and perhaps not introduce so much other new stuff, and just get these things done, get them out of the way, to complement my army. Even though I haven't played it yet, and I don't know when I'll get to play it, but, you know, it's good to be prepared. So, what does this pile of stuff contain? Well, if we start from the top, we have, this here is Lady Ilona, a vampire leader. Interestingly, this is the single most, I think this is the single most badass model that is in the game currently. I mean, in the basic 2nd edition rulebook, I think she has the best stats and the highest point cost of any individual leader figure. I think that's the case. Don't quote me on it. And it's interesting that she doesn't look all that prepossessing. I mean, if this was a Games Workshop game, the model with the highest point cost would be 2 feet tall and be covered in spikes. You know. But she looks like a vampire with some armor and a sword. And that's it. I like that. Just want to be clear about that. I prefer this style. So, what else do we have? We have the Undead King's Cabal. And when I first bought this, I thought this looks like a command group of some kind. Except it turns out, when I just read the rules, that's not really a concept in Kings of War. All leaders are individuals, and you need to spread them out across your army to provide their benefits. You don't lump characters together. That's pointless. So it's actually 4 miniatures. This one is simply a painted example of this dude. And 2 of them, I think this is a skeleton hero of some sort. These 2 are necromancers, and here is a bannerman, a standard bearer. Yeah, that's them. Next up is yet another leader figure. This is the Vampire Lord on Pegasus, and well, it's an Undead Pegasus, as you can see. He's not. Here's another angle. More leaders. This is not a leader. As it says here, it's the Balefire Catapult. You can see better on the back here. It's a catapult and 2 crewmen, 2 crew skeletons. And funnily enough, the ammunition they're firing is skulls. You can see there's a skull there in the catapult, and he's carrying another skull. And he's looking through a spyglass. I'm not sure why he doesn't have any eyes. So what help it would give him, I don't know. But, oh well, looks funny. And finally, we have the only more or less normal unit, which is the Vampire Lord with Soul Reaver Knights. Now, this kit is this is the old kit. They came out with a new box of Soul Reavers Knights in the same time frame as second edition was published. And they are just 5 soldiers as far as I can tell. The thing with this box is that the Vampire Lord on his horse here, that's a leader figure. It's like the grounded version of that Vampire Lord on the Pegasus. And there are stats for the Vampire Lord on the Undead horse in the second edition rulebook. But the thing is, I don't know how first edition worked, but in second edition KOW, leaders do not join units like this. The leaders are separate. They stand on their own base, and they're, you know, apart from the troops. And that means that technically, if I break this guy out as a leader figure and have him running around on his own, I only have 4 Soul Reavers left, and the smallest unit size for cavalry is 5 for a troop. So I'm kind of understaffed, really. Oh well, first world problems. You know, I'm sure that in a friendly game, no opponent would get on my case about just having 4 models. As long as I got a whatchamacallit, movement tray sized for 5. That's the important thing. So, I intend to get started prepping some of these as soon as possible. And I'll let you know on Monday, in my normal update video on Monday, how far I've gotten and which models I've chosen to start with. And, you know, moving forward through October, I might put up specific Spookytober videos just to show you how this particular project is coming along. And that'll be all for now. As I said, check out Warboss Tae's video as well, and join the Google Plus group for the painting community if you're interested. And I will see you next video. Until then, this is Dakian signing off.